So Laurel, what happened to the Princess Sophia?
About 4 hours after leaving Skagway, Captain Leonard Locke ran into a north wind that began blowing the Sophia southward. And then the weather worsened, and he ran into a blinding snowstorm. Unbeknownst to Locke, there was a navigational error that had placed his ship 2 miles off course. And at 2:10 a.m. on the 24th of October, the ship ran into Vanderbilt Reef. The heavy seas picked up the stern and shoved it up onto the reef.
So how bad was the damage?
There actually wasn't that much damage done to the double-hulled bottom. It was holding. The captain immediately sent out word by telegraph to company officials in Juneau and in Skagway to let them know what was going on, and they sent out rescue ships.
Did the seas calm down at all?
No, the storm only got worse. And the captain was nervous. He did not want to get the passengers off the ship at that point because he was afraid that the lifeboats would be crashed against the reef and he would lose his passengers. 40 hours after hitting the reef, another big swell came and lifted up the Sophia stern and turned it 180 degrees, knocking it off the reef, grinding a hole into its bottom as it went. Later, an investigation showed that the boiler exploded as the Sophia was going down, which trapped about 100 people below decks. And the other 250 people that got into the water died fairly soon from exposure or ingesting fuel oil. Many bodies were floating up onto the beaches of Lynn Canal after the accident for about 2 weeks.
Were there any survivors?
The only survivor was an English setter who actually made it off the ship and swam about 12 miles to Auk Bay and was found covered in oil when it was found. But this disaster devastated Dawson because many of their professionals as well as business people were on board the ship. There was also rumor that there was $1 million in gold in the hold. Alaska also lost one of its heroes, Walter Harper, the first man to summit Denali in 1913. He was on board with his bride. They'd been married 6 weeks before, and they were heading out on their honeymoon down south.